Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com, and we're talking about suicide. And we've been talking about, in past sections, numerous different events that would lead a person to take their own life. The evidence shows that no matter what those situations were, there's a period of healing afterwards. If a person was in great despair and great darkness, they may have to sleep for a while, they may have to rest for a while. Then evidence shows that sometimes they're taken to a place where they're surrounded by just soft, furry creatures like little bunnies, fawns. It's a certain dimension. They're watched over by angels and spirit guides, but they're just given a lot of space and time for healing. Then when they're ready to regain, be around others, when they can handle that, then they are. Lots of healing, lots of counseling, and finally getting back into the stream of life and eventually ready for another incarnation. Now, oftentimes, if a person does take their life, they will choose to, they don't have to, but they'll choose to reincarnate and be in a similar situation. And this time, instead of taking their own life, finding a way through it, focusing on the blessings and so on. But sometimes it's understood that that is a reasonable answer, a reasonable solution. For example, in years past, an older person, when they got to a certain point, they were just lovingly left behind in the woods, and the elements, the animals would take care of them. And at some point there was just no caring for them. Or they would succumb from certain diseases. But now we have such advanced medical technology with the ability to keep people alive that we have a split between what that technology can do and our bioethics. In other words, at what point do we lose dignity? At what point is no longer really living? And we have to remember that there are two major forces driving that, keeping people alive at any cost forever. And one is archaic religious teachings, again, that like God's up in the sky, we don't want to piss off God, he may go to hell forever. And then the second is there's a tremendous amount of money being made by care of vegetative people or senior citizens. I forget the details, but a tremendous amount of money is spent in the last year or two of a person's life typically. So is that really the best way to go? So we're at a point in human evolution where we have to decide how to handle all these different factors, and this is my contribution to the discussion. So again, we need to remember no unforgivable sins. Life continues on forever, no matter what happens, even suicide. So this is what the evidence says, and this is hopefully going to give you some hope that if you have a loved one, your child, your spouse, whatever, who took their own lives, you will see them again. You can continue to have a relationship with them now. They're not going to be roasting in hell forever. You don't have to worry about that. So you're going through enough pain as it is without having all that heaped on top at the same time. So I hope this helps. Be sure to share it with others, especially with people who have had a loved one who took their own life. So visit our website, soulproof.com. We have the documentary, the book that discusses all this and much more.